Hello everyone, welcome back to our beautiful republic, with just a little bit of a traffic jam on the custom house. Nothing unusual. So, not much time has passed, I pretty much just skipped the winter because not much interesting things happened during the winter. And I was playing around with a little bit of planning, so let me quickly catch you up. You will see a few things, but I really didn't do much. So last time we were working on the housing and sort of planning how people will move around. Made a couple tiny adjustments. Let's start with the underground layer. I put 4 underground tunnels sort of connecting those 4 nodes so people can move around and give them a few more paths to the outer areas. I had to rotate this heat exchanger. Originally I had the output on this side, but because of the road I couldn't connect the pipe, so I had to take that away. Squeezed a few monuments, trying to pretty it up, planted a few trees. Have a nice, what do you call them? Fountain over here. English hard. So now we have a school. I went with the medium school over here. And it should accommodate pretty much everyone. I made a few adjustments on the roads here just to give the kindergarten a bit of better coverage, and I squeezed the technical university. Now, this technical university, not everyone can reach it, but that's fine. This house can not, but that is not too much of a problem. Because there will be buses, there will be other things that help people move around, and that can keep it accessible. I did connect this road over here, and I did upgrade it to asphalt road with street lights, so we can have the maximum movement speed for pedestrians, both in terms of distance and speed. So this is the only one that follows this pattern and goes, of course, to our train platform. I put a few sort of labels for myself just so I know for my planning, okay, this is what I want as a residential area, this is what I want as an entertainment district, which we will build together. And the last time I said that I want to start using this area for tourism. So, I came up with this little design to squeeze 4 Hotel Ukraine over here. Overkill? Absolutely. Will it work? One way to find out. I just like the way this looks, so I plop them over here, and they should be accessible from our train station over here, even though it doesn't show it. I have a theory about that. And also, I put a temporary, or not exactly temporary, more like a beginning platform for buses over here, which at this point should be accessible by almost everyone, if not everyone. Yep, everyone. So anyone who goes on this bus station can reach any point in the Republic, which is beautiful. Next to it, I squeeze the cafe bar, so mainly attractions. A carousel, a Ferris wheel, another sort of, what's called a chamomile carousel. Because these will create an incredible amount of waste, specifically biological waste, I put a very large stand for waste over here so I can collect all of it. And it should accommodate all of this plus those buildings. And I put a little zoo next to it. I kind of like the zoo. And you will see here, even though it's a little bit dark, that we do have a bunch of trees growing. They'll take a while, but we'll see how that looks. A couple more adjustments on the roads here. Again, this is not final. I'm still drawing it in my mind. I put a bus end station, so every time they go here, they will be within the radius of this, so they'll get repaired. I put a warehouse, and the reason for the warehouse is to be a buffer of materials, so my repair center can keep on working without running out of materials. A road vehicle depot, so any vehicles that I have waiting to be used or they are too old or anything like that, they will go here and they will be automatically be repaired from this one as well, without having to send out one of the little vehicles that this has, go here to repair. It will be automatic. And the district heliport, so I can start sort of repairing manually at first any helicopters I buy, because I do need to start using helicopters. So, and lastly, Here I just plopped down a secret police, a police station, a big courthouse, and a small prison. I didn't go with a big prison yet. I don't think we will need it, plus its footprint is kind of huge. So this one can house 45 people, this can house 210. But look at this. This thing is massive. I need 70 wardens, which I don't think I'll have 70 wardens based on this city. But we'll see how things play out. Our population has increased a bit. We are up to 2,400 almost, and we're starting to hit our capacity with floods. We are definitely going to lose some people to escapes because these won't finish for a couple of years. I don't think. I made a connection here, another here, and another here. And those did finish building. I just need to give them some fuel, and we need to start organizing them. Anything else that I did in terms of planning? Just upgrading all those roads to asphalt? Ah, yes. And I set up my usual waste collector. I wasn't sure where to put it, so I went somewhere that is not too close to the city, but not too far either. So, distance-wise, this is about 700 from residential. So even if I'm too slow to collect these, the pollution generated won't really cause much of an issue. Okay. I have not planned for water, power, or sewage yet. Just extending those roads here. Now let's look at one more thing. So all this planning will cost all of these materials. So work days, okay, workers will have almost 3,700 tons of gravel, 100 tons of boards, 139 tons of concrete, 121 asphalt, this insane amount of asphalt, which is wild, bricks and electronic components. And based on the current prices of the game, this will be about 700,000 rubles, just the materials. So, what's the plan? We're gonna decrease that. We are going to get our own gravel, since it's easy. We are going to get our own concrete, which is also easy. We will make our own boards, we don't need many anyway. And we are going to get our own asphalt. Now, there is a caveat to a couple of those. So, if we look at concrete. If I'm to make a concrete plan, I need cement. And to make cement, the cement plant is one of the most ridiculously expensive buildings in the game. Like, the small one is almost 740 tons of concrete, which is wild. And 248 tons of steel. No thank you. I'll just buy the cement and convert it into concrete. Bricks, that's fine, they are not too expensive at the moment, so if we have a look on the border, bricks currently are, where are your bricks? 26 per ton, which is nothing. Bitumen is 236, which is fine. So if we buy the bitumen, which is 236, instead of the asphalt, which is asphalt not displayed here? Or am I blind? No, I think it's not displayed. Interesting, I never realized it before. I think that's a bug. Yeah, it should totally be here. Ah, okay. So, and cement here costs 27 rubles per ton, which is nothing. While concrete costs... Don't tell me you don't have concrete here either. You don't. Okay. It's funny because you actually do get them as a source from here, but sure game. Still will be expensive, but we cannot avoid that. Electronic components are ridiculously expensive, but we need only 4 tons, which is nothing. So, where are we going to start building? I want to make my construction extension here, since I have my gravel storage on this side. So we'll probably play around with some conveyor belts to bring the stuff here, or pull them from here, and get my cement going, sorry, not cement, my concrete and everything else. I am going to convert this into a forest, and we're going to do that now, actually. So, let's plan a little bit. We have a wood cutting post. So you need 10 workers, which is fine. And you produce, per worker, 6.3 tons of wood. So at maximum and 100% efficiency, these guys can produce 63 tons of wood a day. Meanwhile, a sawmill can consume 180 tons of wood a day, considering everything is at 100%. So, if you want to go with ratios, you would need 3 to 1. But I don't really need that much. We don't use that much wood, and it's not really good to export either. We're gonna need a bit of surplus when we get into chemicals, but that's about it. So, when I have buildings like that, I like to play around and come up with a nice design. Let's just plop you here. And I want to make them work together in such a way that I can easily get people there, I can easily cover the waste, and I do not need forklifts or anything else to operate them. So let's say I can probably squeeze you here. And then if I squeeze you and mirror you and go somewhere right here, I should be able to get what I want. So let's say you go this way. You go here and you go here. How is this too long, game? Come on. And these are the funny things with a game that you need to plan for. So, let's go back to that. And let's go with its own recommendation, which is about here. Same with this. Rotate you around. Somewhat straight. There you go. This way I can bring the people in one go, and in terms of waste, I can just plop this here and service all of them. So let's copy this. Actually, if I copy you, you will submit all of those. Another interesting thing to keep in mind with this game. So let's say... Do I want to do that yet? Not yet. Yeah, I'll go back to that in a second. But I know my motif, so I'm gonna grab this. Because I want this to connect to this storage. So all of my extra boards go there and I do not need to move them around. So I'm gonna place you somewhere here. And you will go over here. Is the terrain too funky? It might be a little too funky. Oop. We have success here. Do not know why this one doesn't show up, but okay. So let's say same height as this, give it a little bit of a distance there. Beautiful. Now let's get our asphalt road, which really doesn't need to be asphalt. Regular gravel is perfectly fine. Let's connect you. Does it help me if I connect you there? Not really. Okay, so you can do that. You can get a stand for waste. So I'm going to give you this. We'll plan for power in a moment. Road-wise, we will see how this construction extension will work. But this pretty much will take the wood in here directly. It will pull it from there, so there is no need to move them around. They will just be collected here. The sawmill will produce it and feed it directly into the open storage. If I really want, I can enable wood here, but it's not necessary. And then I'll stop buying it, since we don't need it anymore. Now, before I submit this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some construction offices. And this is for the roads, because I want to really get ahead on building the roads. This will be the biggest delay on this area. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our free construction offices right here. So something like that. Just good old mud road. The other thing is this area will need fuel. At least temporarily. So I'm going to squeeze that here. Gonna get this going this way, actually. Connect these two and you connect there. I do not care too much about the traffic because all it will be is bulldozers and other stuff like that. I think when the city grows a bit more, I'll probably take the removal of this completely and replace it with its maintenance offices. So that's that. Before I unpause the game, there is a few things I need to do. So our happiness is going up, but this traffic jam is starting to cause issues. So if we look here, tourists were unable to get electronics. They still give me money, but they still struggle. Visitors of pleasure spirituality, that's not a thing on my republic, too bad, so sad. Culture, again, because of the low happiness, so there was no capacity. Sports, same thing. Pub and tavern, due to the supply line. Meat, due to capacity, because this was really hitting capacity. And as you see, we don't have electronics at the moment. And crime is starting to ramp up slowly. So at the moment, crime is about 3.4% impact. It's okay. I can afford it up to 15%, because I offset it with alcohol and with entertainment. I will review this a little bit later, not yet. So I've been reading the comments as well, and thanks everyone for the comments, I really appreciate them, keep them coming. Love to read your ideas, suggestions. People seem to be getting a little bit anxious about the money situation. We are fairly fine so far. At this point, we only owe about 700,000 rubles, which is not much, and we have a capacity for another 2 million. At the moment, while we are not breaking even, we are pretty close, and we are building stuff. So what I will do, I'm gonna take yet another loan, and this time this is for vehicles. I'm gonna need a lot of vehicles. So I'm gonna get 600,000 roughly for another 5 years. Eventually I will consolidate them, but at this point in time it doesn't matter too much. The difference will be small. It will go from 22,000 down to maybe 20. And I need to get these distribution offices going. So let's get this set up now. You are going to be this will be my fuel distribution. And I'll just put a nice sign to say fuel. It will be my city supplies, and I'll just call it supplies. Let's cause a bit more traffic, because why not? So we can use the big cisterns. These carry 9 and are a little faster. Yeah, we don't have any of the super fancy ones, so I'm gonna buy 4 of them as a starting point, and then I'm going to say you will supply this and this. You cannot supply yourself, but that's okay. You will supply the fuel station here. You will supply the hospital. You will supply the other hospital. Where's my fire station? You will supply my fire station, very important. I think that's everything on this side. Nothing else requires fuel here. Yes. And then, I do need this fuel, but not yet. Also, you will provide fuel for those two, because they do need it. No fueling required here, all of this is under control. And eventually you are going to fuel this up as well, once this road is ready. Okay, let's resume the game. So of course all of them that we just bought will try to exit this, and will block traffic for ages, but that's okay. This one. What are we doing with this? So, I do have my buffer trucks. So what do I want to supply? Let's do the nodes first. You are going to unload stuff here for both food, electronics, and everything else. We want this to be 80%. Constantly. For the time being, actually, before I do that, I need to buy fuel from somewhere. If I do not buy fuel, then we have a problem. Okay. Back to this. I want you to buy all the resources you need from the large custom house. What else are you fueling? So I have my buffer truck on this, which I can also create a bit of a redundancy system. So I'm just gonna say, yep, you guys will unload chemicals here when needed as well, just to make sure 100% that even if the vehicle breaks or anything else, this doesn't stop. If they stop, the city is dead. I do not need you to deliver anything here. Oh, yes. Hotels. Here, here, and here. Those absolutely require all the stuff. And how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need a minimum of 4 meat trucks. I actually want to buy them from the other side. Since we have the money, we can use them. I do not know if they will reach. I made all the dirt roads, that might take a million years to get here, but I think they will reach. Oh, and you have the good cisterns. I forgot about that. Okay, so, let's see. Mark E's carry 13 tons of crops, 8.4 of food. 8.4 of meat. How much is the buffer truck? Okay, so it is bigger. Oh, so we are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because it's 2 resources on each, so I want them to be able to be fully utilized, and then I have a bit more capacity. Let's keep it like that for now. So, where did I buy those from? I'm guessing the closest one? No? Okay. Let me just keep you here, see if you will reach or if you will run out of fuel. Because when you buy them, apparently they have no fuel. And this dirt road takes a million years. If they get stuck, it's okay, I'll just put a few stations in between to allow them to get to me. So that part is okay as well. So those are under control. Oh, research. I'm doing advertising in Soviet countries, and I did... Can I see the research tree? So I did secret police, that's why we have the secret police at the moment. We have the distribution offices, and I did all the fire preventions, because fire is a pain, a major pain. And I kind of regret not disabling earthquakes, but oh well. So these are still going, which is good. So we're making about 30,000 with the tourists. Not bad, not bad. We'll need more vehicles here. Do I want to relieve this a bit? I do. How am I gonna do that? What is my traffic? It's because I'm getting a lot of asphalt for the small road segments I'm upgrading, which will settle down. And all of this will try to load stuff. I do not have a warehouse over here because I didn't really plan on keeping this zone. That is a bit of an important detail. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Pubs. I do want my pubs to remain functional. You're not a pub. Wait. Where's my pub? There's my pub. Also, if you ever lose a building and you do not know what it is, go on your overlays, buildings, and look for what you're after. So pub will be here. So, there you go. This is my pub. And I lost my truck because I didn't pin it. Where are you guys? Are you traveling across the great beyond? Yep, there's the convoy. Yeah, they will reach. If they are at 0 and they haven't stopped, they're gonna reach. Stay there. Next important thing to plan. Where am I going to get all of my gravel? And I kind of like this spot. I mean, like is subjective with this monstrosity. Also in the comments people were talking about, oh, you can find where the resources are if you use the iron mine over it, or the oil cistern, or anything like that. Or, sorry, the pump jack. I am aware. But for the purpose of this playthrough, I do not want to know where they are. I want to find them the normal way. So I'm making a lot of decisions based on my general knowledge and my lack of knowledge on the map. I'm not trying to make the optimal republic, I'm trying to make a republic I enjoy making in the process. With all the challenges that come along with that. Okay, all these trucks have arrived. So they are here and they will begin transferring stuff. Good. Is this optimal, getting all of that from the border? No, but it's temporary. Meanwhile, I've been playing with terraforming over here to sort of get a nice place for the quarries I want. Do we need to? No. So, let me cancel these two. We just need one of these new ones which have a conveyor belt. So we want to connect it to the conveyor belt. So 69% quality should be perfect. Research is finished as well. Can I get the road out of here? Yes. So as long as I do this, you guys can connect. This is my processing plan, and from my processing plan, I want to go to my storage. Now, my storage is a bit far. Do I want to transfer all of the gravel with trucks? Not really. It will be way too far to do so. So, what is my choice? I can get temporarily a dirt road going this way. If I really want, I can go with conveyor belts and say, okay, I'm gonna get a conveyor belt out of here and just feed it all the way down here. But it might be worth redesigning all of this. I'm still debating that part. This doesn't need many workers. All it needs is like 10. And will produce a great amount. And this will need its own aggregate storage, which probably will be the one we're gonna keep. So I want a long one. I think that's a long one. Yep. So I'm going to say the input for this will be right about... because we have the road, so close-ish here. What? This node. Thanks, game. And then I will branch off my construction things here. Yeah, I think that's much better than trying to squeeze everything on one spot. So this can stay for now, but this will become the thing. Oh, look at them. They started already. Cool. Because we're gonna need all of this gravel to build everything. And that's one of the reasons I haven't queued all of this yet. This is already busy, and this is even more busy. So you have to sort of regulate it. And we're only in 1964. Money is going up and down, but manageable. Look at all of this. I love it. Now, what do we want to connect here? Let's do the usual planning. And I'm gonna do this planning with you because some people enjoy it and learn a few things. So, we're gonna need a concrete plan. Concrete plan will need cement, water, and gravel. Okay, so concrete plan goes here. We will need an asphalt plan, which needs bitumen and gravel. Cool. So both of them need to be fed gravel plus stuff. Is there anything else we need to get out of this? Just the loaders for gravel, which we can get whenever. Cool. The concrete plan, I said it needs water. What quality water we need for this one? We need 55%. So any regular source of water will be great for this. Keep in mind, we will have to pipe it in. It cannot take it from a water substation. So, I take this and say, hey, you can go... Do I want it to go up here? Yes. Actually, I think I do. So you can go right here. Then, the asphalt can go down here. I only need one, and you only need 5 people. So, in reality, you should go here, so I can bring everything in with a single bus station. So let's say... somewhere around here. Again, all these mud roads are temporary just for planning. Then, you will need your bitumen. So bitumen will be a little tank, which will be under diesel foils here. And I do not think you will need a pump to operate. So, can I squeeze you? It will be too short. But this works. Cool. Why am I putting a small one? I only need just a tiny amount to produce the asphalt. So asphalt requires 20 tons of bitumen to produce 124 tons of asphalt. So it produces 7 times more than what it consumes. And this little tank can store 90 tons. So, considering this is full, I can get almost 300 tons. If anything, my production will be lower. And since when a building works, it works as a pool. So, with logistics, you have push and pull. So this cannot push because it's not an active, so it doesn't have an engine, it's not a pump. Therefore, when this has people, they will pull the resources they need from this and start working. For bus station, you're gonna get a free one. You don't need anything fancy. So let's say you go here. Why is the... Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely not flat. Okay, so say here. And as you can see, it can reach absolutely everything. I could really make this much nicer, but doesn't matter much. It's just a mountain. If anything, they will have the fun of going downhill and around. Okay, so this will cover the asphalt, this will cover the concrete. Now we need the water for the concrete. And we need... where are you? Small water well requires power, produces 70 cubic meters of water, and it depends on the quality of the stuff here. So... we do not need to clean this up. So we can just say, you can go on this node as well. I know I'm overloading that node, but it'll be okay. Let's go with... so if I go with a small one, it doesn't have enough to use it, because this produced 70. And this takes only 56. So we're gonna use the big one and say you can connect right here. The shortest because it doesn't block anything else. Perfect. We will need power here, but that's the easy part. You will need a road, and you will need a decent road. So you will go down here. Yes. I do not want to get the second one. Do I want to get another truck? So I want truck loaders. Because I'm gonna move the rest. So... you're going to support pretty much... 1... 2. And all of this traffic is literally construction traffic. So let's just make this a little bit better. Something like that. Okay, so that is still connected, that is fine, so they will pull when they need. Cement. Transferring it is a nightmare, so we will have to store it locally. I don't want a plant, I want a storage for you. Where is the storage hidden? I can never find this thing. Okay, there you are. Dry bulk storage. 260 cement silo, 1400. Okay, so you are more expensive, but you are massive. You are the usual. You are more reasonable. You're a little bit more expensive, you have less room, but the footprint you have is much nicer. Now, for that to fit directly, you want that strange thick pipe. You do not need the... what does the game call it? The factory connection. So if we're gonna go this way... well, it removed that and kept this. How many vehicles can you house? That's kind of important. 2. Okay, so 2 vehicles will supply this. Be careful with these because those are one way in, one way out, one way out. So whatever we do, which will be a bypass. So you're gonna go here. I'm gonna try to do something kind of silly. Will it work? No idea. I'll give it 2 inputs. I've never tried it. I want to see how it works. And 2 exits. And then you need to escape this madness and go back. So you will go out of here and loop. So honestly, you do not need this node. So, remove you. Yeah, I don't think that will work exactly. Uh-oh, oops. Let's do this again. So, try to make this a bit more narrow. It doesn't work, so we will go with this. And yes, I could always remove this footpath, but that's fine. So go in, you go out. They will come out of here and they will turn around. And then they need to get merged into this. Do I want them to have this merging point? Probably not. They should merge on their own. Yeah, down here. Otherwise, they will keep blocking this, so anyone who wants to go up here, they won't be able to. Happiness is going down. Why? No. The complaints are still the same. And the crime thing has dropped. Hold on. Overlay. Show me happiness. Where is my happiness? So these guys are the least happy. Why? Okay, just new citizens. That's why. And I bet we lost a few people to escapes. Not yet. And this guy's back here. Why are these guys not educated? Oh, and you finished. Oops, wait. Didn't I just finish that? Did it expire already? No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't expire. That's curious. Okay, well, let's start getting into the high-ranking stuff. Oh, they finished with this. Nice. What are you building? You're working on the station. Okay. So I do not need those 2 anymore. The construction of those has begun. I will upgrade the roads later. Now, let's cut this off. So cut this. Remove this completely. And say, I want this road to reach here. So I can start building and connecting this as well. And then get this and you. Just to give the connection back for this. I will upgrade that. We want to upgrade it now. I have the gravel. So, are my vehicles busy? Not really. It's only the construction one, so if anything, that will help me. Okay, so, gravel, 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 gravel. Yep, they're all going to do their thing. Beautiful. And this is already built. They cannot reach this from here, can they? No. Okay. So, asphalt will be taken care of, gravel will be taken care of, quarries are fine, getting stuff for the gravel will be okay, concrete, we will load this. You will need a little distro center. I have a free one, so I am literally just gonna use that. You definitely do not need to have gravel road, so you're gonna go here. Yeah, you're upgrading the road. Vehicles here will need fuel. I am going to give this area power, so I'm going to give them a proper gas station. So that's too big. Mirror you, go here. So these guys will need fuel too. These guys will need fuel. I don't want this to go there. I can do something cheeky. And you know what? I will do something cheeky. Which will be an overkill, but that's okay. So we're gonna put the gas station here, and we're gonna put another gas station right here. It's a little sharper. And you a little sharper, so when they need fuel, they go in there and come out. Same with you. You, I really want to get you going here. Beautiful. When they don't need it, they go straight. And if you don't want to queue everything, just select this and say, build this, and build this. Health is doing very well. 89% is really good for this point in the game. Those are not in full use, which tells me we are okay. Can probably drop this down even more, but that's okay. I am going to buy some of the other cisterns. There's no connection to the other oh, did I mess up the road? Yeah, I did. Because that's the road. Okay, so until this is done, I cannot get stuff from there yet. Do I want to start with those? So the fastest vehicles will use the fastest road, so if, when they go low, they will use this to go back and do their things. So you can also build this. Don't worry about this yet. Okay, and one more. Do this road, and this road. Just so I can start getting access to my construction offices here. The income from tourism seems to be plateauing around 35,000 at the moment with our capacity. So, looking at this, I forgot something important. This forest area needs trees. No trees? I'm not gonna get anything for them to cut. So, let's plop a bunch of trees around here, because they'll need a few years to mature. So just cover all of these with trees. And looking at this reminded me that I did not accommodate the most important part here. Waste. And the recycling of that. So I am going to need a waste collector to cover you. You guys produce stuff, right? Yep. You guys produce stuff too, yes? Yes. Oh boy. Okay. So you produce waste, so I can give you this. You produce waste, so you can cover this. And there is a reason I'm using these big ones. Can I get both of them? Yes, I can. You go there. And now the most important part. Gravel recycling plant. These will create construction waste. I think these guys produce construction waste as well, we will see. And the thing is, this is not efficient to ship around. You want to process it on the spot, get rid of it, and reclaim the gravel. Effectively, it's like extra gravel production. So, how are we gonna go about it? You will feed into... this won't be a bypass, so you will need to feed into this directly. Okay, so you can go mirror you. Nope, this way. This is good, but not good. What if I mirror you this way? Nope. Because I want to get access to those things as well. Okay, so you're gonna go right here. That will reach. Good. So, cut this off. Get a footpath going there just for the waste connection and the people. So people... Yeah, if that's 186, they can reach that. Yeah, they should be able to. And you go right there. To 90. Why are they taking the long way? Yeah, because they changed the way those calculations are displayed. That's fine. So what will happen is I will start with a free technical office. And I will place it right here. What this will do is it will collect the stuff from here, and it will take the construction waste directly to this to process into gravel. And that way I do not need to worry, because they can get fuel from here, so when they go deliver they can come back, get their fuel and go in here. Waste is covered over here, waste is covered over here. Water and sewage, because all of those do have workers. They don't need a lot, but they need some. So I can say you go right about here. And you get a regular connection. Same with the water substation. There's nothing else that needs it, just those. So you can go right next to each other. I would like to have the same connection. If you don't mind, game. Thank you. And this I can easily handle with a truck. They don't consume that much for me to worry about getting a pipe out here. But if I really, really wanted to, because the waste pipe exhaust is over here, I could just take it there, but if it becomes a problem, I will. At the moment, it doesn't really look like it's worth it. New car! Oh, and the creeks are growing. Not drawing. Okay. Things are progressing. This is progressing. These are getting ready. We will set those up on the next episode, I think. How are things here? Things are still under control. No one is having a major meltdown. Most of the complaints are gone. Traffic is horrid. Why? Yeah, because they go by very small batches. So the only real way to stop this is by putting a warehouse here. Do I want a warehouse here? I really don't. I am more tempted to build this road and start utilizing this little warehouse and mid storage that I have for this. And then just... because these are the ones that will supply this area as well. So I might do that. I don't think this main road will change. If it does, oh well, but... So you will be built. You need to be built. You can build that, that's fine. Do I want this extension? Probably so it can become faster, but then we have this node, so no. What are you? You are a cafe. We do not care for that yet. Okay, and before we wrap up this episode, we're gonna research air traffic study because I want the firefighting helicopters. I should have done this earlier, but I forgot this was a prerequisite. And the reason is, this area will require fire coverage, and I don't want to have workers doing it. So I'll just buy a helicopter which will cover all this area and sort of supplement the rest. The traffic here continues, but it's slowly cleaning up. But that's something we're gonna deal with on the next episode. Thanks everyone very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, subscribe, you know, all the fun stuff. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.